Why do you like vintage motorcycles? What is it about them that keeps us coming back? They don't have the newest tech, all-day riding ergos, the greatest reliability, or any performance compared to modern machines. Maybe it's that you enjoy tinkering on them in your garage. Perhaps you're investing in them for future sales. Maybe your buddy pushed you to get an old bike to play with, or you recently found this really neat moto-themed cafe where cool people hang out on cool bikes. Maybe you're just trying to relive your youth. Whatever the reason is, there's something special about these machines that is different for all of us. Let me tell you about why I love them. To me, I feel these old machines have a soul. Most of these bikes I wrench on are around 50 years old at this point, and in that time have created many experiences for their caretakers that only live on through memories, an occasional photo, and if lucky, even a video. These machines gather road grime, rock chips, scratches, and registration renewal stickers like badges of honor as they propel us through space and time. Usually, there is even a deeper relationship between man and machine, with custom changes to things like seats, highway pegs, exhaust, handlebars, and custom paint, which just adds to the story. These stories are held within the souls of these machines and can only be told when they're enjoyed. Unfortunately, they can't all live on forever, and so many go to scrap or are left abandoned and lost to time. Some, though, get another chance to tell their story. That's where I come in. I love hunting these machines down and breathing new life into them. I find it very rewarding to revive these machines and wake them up after a long hibernation, sometimes even kicking and screaming. There's just something about getting an old bike to run again before throwing a leg over and going for that first ride around the block in who knows how many years. From there, I give them the work that they ask for and make them better in many ways, and in that process, a sort of relationship is formed between me and the bike. There's a communication and an understanding. These machines want to run and just need the right set of hands to be their next caretaker. As much as these machines have to say about themselves, they have just as much to say about their past owners, from the style of exhaust to the wear on the foot pegs, a hole worn into the seat from a wallet, campus parking lot stickers, small bedazzlements you may find, and maybe even a key hidden in the sock within the headlight bucket. These people also get to live on in some way because of these machines, and I think that's beyond cool. I mean, just look at Steve McQueen's Indian Chopper. Of course it belonged to that legend. Just look at it. This bike in front of you is a 1976 Honda CB750 that I revived after it had sat since around 1993. It had been modified by its owner to fit the vision that they had. While I never met that person, I was able to obtain a single photo of them on the bike sometime in the past. This gave me a starting point to experience the bike the way that they did and get into character. While we will never know anything about this person, his memories get to live on in some part because of this bike. Although this CB750 chopper may not have quite the character of Steve's Indian, that doesn't make it any less cool in my eyes. Honda made over 500,000 CB750s, but this is the only one just like this. This bike has custom paint, extended forks, jewels all over, trick lighting, twisted steel pegs, the handlebars, the sissy bar, the chrome, and all of the fixings of a chopper of the era. With over 50,000 miles on the clock, you know it has some stories to tell. It may not be my style or anyone else's, but that doesn't matter, as it was built just for the owner. I appreciate that it simply exists as an extension of the owner, as a literal and metaphorical vehicle for them to experience life on. I really wonder where that bike traveled in those 50,000 miles. It may not be the most chopper to ever chopper because it's lacking overplayed stickers, a custom hardtail, crazy exhaust, magneto ignition, or a 21-inch front wheel, but the essence is still there. From the start of this revival series, there have been many people offended at me simply calling it a chopper, which I find both hilarious and sad. Some seem like gatekeepers to some special club because this bike isn't enough of something or another, and that is not the mindset that allows this community to grow and create a place for those stories to live on. However, I do feel this bike is worthy of the chopper name, with its adequate lean while on the center stand, the custom flake paint with the blue hearts. Gotta give that one a Google. Its impressively long chrome-plated sissy bar, the heavily worn extended forks, and of course the obligatory PBR sticker to let everyone know you're afraid of straying from the path. Seriously though, y'all are fun to cosplay. These chops took me a hot minute to grow out. For now though, this is another old abandoned bike revived. Another person's stories getting another chance to live on. Another opportunity to experience life on two wheels. And maybe another chance to relive that former glory that the previous caretaker felt while piloting this rig. Back to the original question, why do you like vintage motorcycles? Everyone's answer will be different, but they're all correct. Tell us your reason in the comments below. Thanks for watching.